John Cazale. Biography, Life, Death and Best Quotes. Introduction. In the history of Hollywood, very few actors have left an unforgettable legacy with only a handful of films. One of those rare talents was John Cazale, an American actor whose career was short but extraordinary. Despite appearing in only 5 films, every single one of them was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. This astonishing achievement made Cazale one of the most respected character actors in cinema history. His performances were deeply emotional, realistic, and hauntingly human. Whether he played the fragile Fredo Corleone in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 or the desperate criminal Sal in Dog Day Afternoon, Cazale brought an authenticity that few actors could match. Though his life ended tragically at a young age in 1978, his work continues to inspire actors, filmmakers, and audiences around the world. Early life and childhood. John Holland Cazale was born on August 12, 1935, in Revere, Massachusetts, United States. His father, John Cazale Sr., was of Italian descent, while his mother Cecilia Holland had Irish roots. Growing up in a working-class family, Cazale developed a strong sense of observation about people and emotions, which later shaped his acting style. From an early age, he showed interest in performing arts. He attended Boston University, where he studied drama and developed his acting skills. During his college years, he discovered his passion for theater, which became the foundation of his acting career. After finishing his studies, Cazale moved to New York City, where many aspiring actors struggled to find opportunities. Like many young performers, he worked different jobs while pursuing acting in theater productions. Early theater career. Before becoming famous in films, Cazale built his reputation on the stage. He worked in several off-Broadway productions and regional theaters. One of the most important moments in his early career came when he joined the American Place Theater in New York. During this period, he met another struggling young actor who would later become one of Hollywood's biggest stars, Al Pacino. The two actors developed a close friendship that lasted for the rest of Cazale's life. Pacino later described Cazale as one of the greatest actors he had ever worked with. Their collaboration would soon become legendary in film history. Cazale's theater performances gained attention for their subtle emotional depth. Unlike many actors who relied on dramatic gestures, he used quiet expressions, nervous body language, and fragile vulnerability to portray complex characters. These qualities caught the attention of influential filmmakers. Breakthrough: The Godfather, 1972. Cazale's life changed forever when director Francis Ford Coppola cast him as Fredo Corleone in The Godfather. The film became one of the greatest movies ever made and launched the careers of several actors. Fredo Corleone was the weak and insecure middle son of the powerful Corleone crime family. While his brothers were strong leaders, Fredo struggled with jealousy, insecurity, and emotional instability. Cazale's performance made Fredo incredibly human. Instead of portraying him as simply weak, he showed Fredo as a man desperate for respect and love. Audiences felt sympathy for the character, even when he made mistakes. The film was a massive success and won the Academy Award for Best Picture. The Godfather Part 2, 1974. Cazale returned as Fredo in The Godfather Part 2, and this time his role became even more important. The sequel explored Fredo's jealousy toward his younger brother Michael Corleone. Feeling ignored and disrespected, Fredo betrays the family, one of the most tragic moments in the entire saga. Cazale delivered one of the most heartbreaking performances in cinema history. His portrayal of Fredo's guilt, confusion, and fear made the character unforgettable. One famous emotional line from the film expresses Fredo's pain. "I'm smart. Not like everybody says, like dumb. I'm smart and I want respect." This scene remains one of the most powerful moments in the entire Godfather trilogy. The film again won the Academy Award for Best Picture, making Cazale part of another historic movie. Dog Day Afternoon, 1975. Cazale reunited with his close friend Al Pacino in the crime drama Dog Day Afternoon. In this film, Pacino plays Sonny, a man attempting to rob a bank. Cazale plays Sal, his quiet and nervous partner. While Pacino's character is loud and emotional, Sal is calm, mysterious, and unpredictable. Cazale's performance perfectly balanced Pacino's energy. One memorable moment in the film is when Sal quietly says, "Attica, Attica." The film became a critical and commercial success and was also nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Cazale once again proved that even in supporting roles, he could create deeply memorable characters. The Deer Hunter, 1978. Cazale's final film was The Deer Hunter. The movie starred several major actors including Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep. Cazale played Stan, a tough but insecure steelworker who goes to the Vietnam War with his friends. Although his role was smaller compared to his earlier films, his performance still carried the emotional realism that defined his career. Tragically, during the filming of the movie, Cazale was already suffering from a serious illness. Relationship with Meryl Streep. During the mid-1970s, Cazale began a romantic relationship with actress Meryl Streep. They met while working in theater and quickly formed a deep emotional bond. Streep admired Cazale not only as an actor but also as a thoughtful, kind, and intelligent person. When Cazale became ill, Streep stayed by his side throughout his treatment. Later in interviews, Streep described him as the best acting partner I ever had. Their relationship remains one of the most touching love stories in Hollywood history. Illness and tragic death. In 1977, John Cazale was diagnosed with lung cancer. Despite the diagnosis, he continued working and completed filming for The Deer Hunter. However, his health rapidly declined. The film studio was initially worried about hiring him because of his illness. But his co-stars, especially Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep, strongly supported him and helped ensure he remained part of the film. Sadly, the cancer spread quickly. On March 12, 1978, John Cazale passed away in New York City at the age of 42. His death shocked the film community. Many actors and directors mourned the loss of a brilliant performer whose career had just begun to reach its full potential. An unmatched film legacy. John Cazale's filmography is incredibly small but historically remarkable. The Godfather, The Conversation, The Godfather Part 2, Dog Day Afternoon, The Deer Hunter. All 5 films were nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. This is an almost unbelievable achievement for any actor. Many film historians believe that if Cazale had lived longer, he could have become one of the greatest actors of his generation. Acting style and influence. Cazale was known for emotional realism, subtle expressions, vulnerable characters, deep psychological performances. He often portrayed characters who felt ignored, insecure, or misunderstood, making him incredibly relatable to audiences. Modern actors frequently study his performances to understand naturalistic acting. Best quotes about John Cazale. Many famous actors have spoken about his brilliance. Al Pacino. John was my acting partner. My teacher. I learned more from him than anyone. Meryl Streep. He had a sensitivity that was rare. Watching him act was like watching truth. Robert De Niro. He was a wonderful actor and a wonderful human being. Famous quotes from his characters. From The Godfather Part 2. I'm smart. I can handle things. From Dog Day Afternoon. I'm not going back. These lines show the vulnerability and desperation that defined many of his characters. Legacy. Although John Cazale appeared in only 5 films, his influence is enormous. Film schools often analyze his performances as examples of perfect character acting. Directors admire his ability to bring depth to even small roles. In 2009, a documentary titled I Knew It Was You, Rediscovering John Cazale, was released. The film featured interviews with many famous actors who praised his extraordinary talent. Even decades after his death, audiences continue discovering his work through classic films. Conclusion. John Cazale's life story is both inspiring and tragic. He proved that quality is more powerful than quantity. With only 5 films, he created characters that remain unforgettable in cinema history. From the fragile Fredo Corleone to the nervous criminal Sal, his performances showed the beauty and pain of human vulnerability. Though his life ended far too soon in 1978, John Cazale's legacy continues to live on through some of the greatest films ever made. He remains a shining example of how true artistry can leave a permanent mark on the world.